Hi, Trish Rock, and this is a 2021 message of love and freedom and choice for you. And the question I want to ask you is, what world and what reality do you want to live in? That's really the choice that we have now. And in fact, we've always had that choice. So let's get started with this year first. Wow, what a year it's been, right? And of course, at the end of every year, people say things like, whew, I'm glad that year was over, right? That was a year from hell. And all the rest of it, we say it every year. And I think one of the reasons for that is that perhaps all of our dreams and wishes haven't come true for that year, or some challenges have happened. This year, of course, the challenges have been more pronounced. They've been more obvious, they've been bigger, and they've affected us on a global level, not just our individual lives, although that's been affected as well. And, you know, I think for some people, you know, you've been saying, wow, I can't wait for this year to be over, like 6 months ago, right? But, you know, there's also a lot of people on the planet, and maybe you're one of them, that have really been celebrating the changes and really having a look at you know, the shifts that perhaps have been forced on us or on you a little bit or a lot, but the realignment that has taken place for you, and the questions that have come up, you know, about, I don't want to live my life like this. So there are blessings that have happened through all of these challenges, and of course there's been some very challenging and sad times as well. But you know, challenges are a part of life, and it's how we deal with the challenges that makes the difference. So this year really has been a year where we have started to understand the freedoms that we want, and to claim back the freedoms that we thought we had but are now obvious that we don't. So that's a blessing in itself. And, you know, letting go of what is no longer in alignment with us. So many clients in the last 4 months that I've been seeing have really said, you know what, I don't want my life to look like that anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to be that person anymore. It's out of alignment with me, and I just don't want the heaviness anymore of pleasing other people by being something that I am not. And this, my friends, is really the freedom for you going into this new year. So we've been in a 4 universal year this year, which is all about restructure, foundations, safety and security, and really creating a new baseline. And that has happened from a very universal level right down to a personal level. The planets have aligned in a different way. We've seen massive realignment and shifts on the earth, on the planet, in nature. We've seen massive restructuring across the globe, not only in nature, but in governments, schools, institutions, politics, media, right? Everything is being restructured, and all the way down to our lives, they're being restructured. and our inner lives and who we are within here. And the restructuring has allowed us to really feel and see what's important to us. Who are we and what's important to us as individuals, and also extending that into a more unified community here on Earth. And this is the new energy that we're in now, and it's a higher vibration. We needed to go through this shift. Did it have to be as drastic? Probably. So as uncomfortable as it was, it's a year that had to be. And I say that really meaning that every moment we have is a moment that had to be, right? Because everything is a blessing. So this year, of course, brought a lot of chaos and discomfort as well. But you know, whenever there is, well, everything is balanced. Whenever there's a shift, there'll be chaos. And actually the chaos creates the shift, right? Or it could be the other way around. So it is all in alignment. And if we can have that perspective on things, you know, it doesn't change the external straight away, but it changes how you choose to feel about it. And this is what I want to talk to you about as well for the coming year. Because, you know, whatever your experience is, it's okay. Whatever your experience has been this year, it's okay. And nothing is ever accidental or random. And when you can really be in acceptance of that, then you feel a lot more peace in here. Now, acceptance isn't rolling over and just allowing people to walk all over you, right? Acceptance of what is right now puts you in a peaceful energy within, which is a far better place to make decisions with in the external. Because otherwise you're making them from fear. And you make decisions from fear, it's the wrong energy and it won't bring you the results that you want. So going into 2021, we will be experiencing the aftermath of 2020 and the last bits of things that are being put, you know, back together and put in order. But 2021 is a 5 universal year. 2 + 2 + 1. It's a 5 universal year. Now 5 is about freedom. It's about choice. It's about change. It's about your expression. It's about your truth. And you have a deeper understanding of all of that from this year, from the chaos of this year has emerged an alignment within you that knows a little bit more about what freedom and choice feel like for you and what you want in your reality. Now, Muji says there's only one planet Earth, but there are millions of worlds. And what does this mean? This means, yes, we are all here on this planet Earth, but we are all individuals. We are all unique beings, and we all have our own world. We are all in our own world. The way you perceive things is different to the way I perceive things. And, you know, even the people watching this video, everybody is going to hear it, feel it, see it differently. We all have our own way of experiencing life. We all have our own world. So I want to ask you in 2021, what do you want your world to look like? How do you want it to feel? What does freedom feel like for you? What does it mean? What does it look like? Because this is the way to really make a change, not only in your own life, but in the world you live in and in your reality, which ultimately helps other people too. Right? I think we've come to the point now where, from the chaos of this year, where we want to live in our own freedom. We don't want to live on the coattails of somebody else's world. We don't want to be in that state of not feeling good enough and therefore feeling that we have to live like somebody else lives. Right? The freedom here comes with, how do you want your world to look and feel? No comparing with other people, because other people have their own journey. We don't know what other people's journeys are. We only know what ours is. And the strength and the courage to really stand up for yourself now and create the world that you want from within is going to be really important in this coming year. And I think for many of you watching, perhaps that has started within you already. I know for me, I've had so many shifts this year, but what's come out of this year for me is clarity. I know what I want my world to look like, and I know how I want it to feel. And now I can take the steps to create that from within with spiritual tools and practical tools. And that will change the reality around me. And ultimately that also shows other people that it's possible. But really it's about the choice. And one thing I want to really say to you is that the present moment is where the choices are made. The present moment is where you create your life. And if you can stay in the present moment more often in 2021 and create what's in front of you in that moment without the fear of the past, the fear of the future, you will be making solid decisions based on how you feel in that moment. And that will put you in the most beautiful flow, and life will become really curious and fun, and you will feel the freedom in that, no matter what is going on in the external. Because believe me, there is always going to be something going on in the external. There are millions of other individuals on this planet who are all in their own world and all doing their own thing. Some of it is not perhaps in alignment with you, and it's going to bump up against you and trigger you. But you can still feel the freedom and the choice of your own life despite all of that. And that in itself is a freedom, right? The freedom to be free no matter what is going on in the external. So the choice will be yours, and it always has been yours. But I guess in 2021, you really will feel more alignment into making those choices based on your world and nobody else's. Based on your world and no one else's. So, as I said, you have your own unique journey here, and no one knows your journey except for you. And when you really tune into that and you're in the flow of what feels good for you and making those choices in that moment, then you really create the world and a reality that matches the purpose that you are. And life starts to make sense. So make this your goal for 2021. Intend to stay present. Intend to create a world within you that is in alignment with who you are and the purpose you are. Do what it takes to stay present moment and to have the confidence in your decisions and choices, because they're yours, no one else's. Start the spiritual practices and tools. You may need to seek out a mentor to really get you on the right track here, but seek out the spiritual practices and start them. find the practical tools that you can do on a daily basis that will really strengthen your resolve, your courage, and your clarity. It's very important. You matter. Your world matters. Your energy matters. And you are surrounded by so much love and support always, always. And if you are not feeling that, then the biggest, most important choice you can make going into the new year is to go within and discover that truth about yourself. Discover that truth about yourself. You are magnificent. You are a miracle. You were born. That is the only reason you need to know how deserving and worthy that you are. So let's smash some of these old beliefs, right? Let's smash some of these old beliefs that are not in alignment with who you are anymore. Create the world coming from your authentic self, not from anything that anybody has said to you over the years, or any old beliefs or old misinformation that you're carrying about yourself. 2021 is giving you the opportunity now to live in this moment and to live your authentic self. Choose you, choose peace, choose love, choose freedom, choose unity. So I want to, just before I finish up, really thank you for all the support that you give in my community across all socials. And, you know, I really hope that some of the words and some of the ideas that I present to you and the different perspectives on things really do help you start questioning your own ideas and your own perspectives, and allowing you to really expand those perceptions, because there is more than what we know right now, and we don't know what we don't know. So I want to thank you, and I really do wish you an amazing 2021, and I hope that you create a world where you feel safe, where you feel in alignment, where you feel loved, where you feel secure, supported, abundant, prosperous, happy, and filled with joy and curiosity for this life. You have that power within you to do that, and it all starts in here. Blessings, and I will see you in the new year.